Hi, this is Miss Breed, School Librarian at Made Up Elementary. I really appreciate you giving me a few minutes of your time to talk about a program that I think is really going to benefit our students, our community, our staff, and give our students a love of reading and love of the library. And our program is going to be called Enjoy the Experience. Why is this program important? We're going to be looking at what does this program bring to the table? How does the research back this idea? What kind of budget would be needed to implement this activity, and what kind of activities are within that budget? Why experiences? Students learn best through hands-on experiences. The monthly poverty rate now includes 3.7 million more children as of January. There are now 25.4% of Black children in poverty, 23.9% of Latino children in poverty, and 15.1% of Asian children in poverty. These students in poverty do not have parents who can drive them to different experiences, have the money to participate in these different experiences, and give these kids that schema and that vocabulary. When we did the Reading Academy that was given by the state of Texas, one of the big pushes was proving that vocabulary, introducing kids to new words. By doing this program, we're going to be implementing that science of reading that they are wanting to implement across the state, as well as reaching our students who are high poverty, high need. This project is also going to be involving the community. There are going to be 4 events for this current year we're going to be doing it. The programs will be open to all students, parents, and siblings, because a lot of our kids, parents can't go if they aren't able to take the little siblings or the older siblings, and that way everyone's going to get the benefit of it. The programs will be from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. That way, if it's a kid who just needs to stay after school, we could hold them after school and have the parent meet up if they have prior arrangements, as long as you're willing to that. Or we can even talk to the buses about having a late pickup for our kids whose parents do not have any transportation. The 6 p.m. is so that our parents who work can still attend from that 5 to 6 window. The program will be involving the Ag Barn for our petting zoo, volunteers from National Honor Society, Junior National Honor Society to help run the programs, as well as teachers and staff at the school. This will also count as our Title I nights because we're going to be encouraging the community to come in. There will be reading, science, math activities, so we will also be hitting our requirements for Title I. Why did we focus on experience? Experiences are so important because it gives the kids something tangible. It involves inquiry. So when we're looking at inquiry and hands-on learning, we're going to be looking at the kids are going to be participating, they're going to be involved, and they're going to get to do things that they may not normally do. We're also going to be providing food and allowing the parents to interact with the school. While the food might not be a full meal, it would be at least each program would have some sort of food component, so we're hitting that child nutrition that is so crucial. The program also provides hours for our National Honor Society, National Junior Honor Society, so they can get their volunteer hours in. So we're helping the middle schools as high schools as well. And our main goal is we're going to encourage our students to have the love of the library and experience things they would normally not be able to do. We want them to leave this program feeling like the library is the most amazing place, that they're inspired to be in the library, they want to be in it, they feel safe, and that their parents feel like they can go to the library. We want to make sure the library is a fun place that they enjoy and that reading is fun. Reading is also linked to mental health. The more reading, the better the mental wellness. For our students to succeed, we need availability, opportunity, and support. This program is going to provide the availability of the library, the opportunity for students to come interact with things they normally wouldn't get to, and the support of the community as well as the staff. And it's involving the parents, so we're giving their kids and our parents a chance to interact so we can increase the reading. So what does the research says? Growing consensus suggests that humans learn best when they are active, not passive, and engaged, or not distracted. This means that we're going to be telling our students we're going to be active learning. You're going to be doing things. You're not just going to be watching and listening to a lecture. This is your chance to be hands-on and learn, as well as the parents, and they're going to get to do things that they may not normally get to do. There'll be less structured activities, giving children opportunities to explore, engage curiosity, make choices, and set goals. It provides opportunities to observe, learn from, and engage with others. By doing this program, there's going to be communication. We're going to be mixing kids from other grades, other classes, so they get a chance to collaborate, communicate. They get a chance to play, to expand their brain, and to make those connections. it's going to be a much more tangible learning. Students learn significantly more with active learning. They felt they had learned from it. So this is really important, is they're going to be actively learning. They're going to feel like they learn. Now, one of the discrepancies is students feel like they learn more from lecture, but when you actually do the research, they learn more from active learning, from STEAM, from inquiry. So we're really going to be promoting that learning, teaching them it's okay to make mistakes, to explore, to create, to build. Active learning has been shown to have a 42% reduction of the difference of marginalized groups. So that means our kids in our low socioeconomic, our kids who are high poverty. By doing active learning, these programs, we're going to reduce the impacts on their STAR scores by 42%. That is massive. So just 4 times a year to have this amount, we can make such a huge difference. So what is this program? It's going to be 4 seasonal activities. The reason I chose 4 is because book fair would be 2 times a year, and we don't want to have something at the beginning of the year because we want to have time for everyone to adjust and settle. So the first one we're going to do is fall, which is fun on the farm. Our second one will be winter, let it snow. Third will be spring, and we'll be looking at rainbows, and summer is our beach day. These were chosen because these are experiences our kids don't always get. Some of our kids have never been to a farm. They've never seen a cow or a sheep or a goat. They don't know that milk comes from a cow. The reason I chose winter is because we let it snow is because we do live in Texas, and besides from that one winter storm, normally our kids do not get to see snow or interact with snow, so we're going to be increasing their scheme on that, letting them play with the snow. Rainbows for spring around St. Patrick's Day. We're going to be working with colors and light and exploring with color. And then summer beach, because some of our kids will never get a chance to go to the beach. Their parents work in the summer. They may not have a car to get them there. They may not be able to take off. They may be working multiple jobs. So letting those kids have those experiences. So let's look at the fun on the farm. Many of our students cannot afford to visit a farm, so we're going to bring the farm to the students. We're going to be talking to Roy Kettleman at the Alvin Ag Department, who's going to bring in a petting zoo for our students. We're going to be reading the book 3 Hens and a Peacock, and their kids are going to get a petting zoo. We're going to have hay bales where they're going to create their own makerspace corn maze. They'll be doing corn painting. They're going to be coding. We're going to play pin the wool on the sheep using cotton balls. We're going to have sensory bins where the kids are going to get to feed the animals for our younger students. We're going to have different art projects as well as books to go with each one of these sections so the kids can see a variety of literature, nonfiction and fiction, and they can be interacting with the farm. We're also going to be getting a face painter if we are unable to get a face painter with the budget. I've also found some stencils so the kids can get face painting because many of our students have never gone in face painting, or if they go out, face painting is $10, and that's something that our parents just cannot afford. So by opening up face painting to kids and adults, that's going to be so much to them, and it's going to be very impactful for our students. So they're going to be making maker spaces, they're going to be building farm animals, there's going to be a tent for reading. Our next unit is Let It Snow, and living in the South, students never get to experience snow. For this activity, we're going to be focusing on bringing winter to our students. We're going to lay out tarp on the floor. The kids are going to get to go ice skating. We're going to have snowball toss. We're going to be making snow candy with maple syrup, so they get to make their own candy. Back in the farm, we're going to make butter for our food activity. And we're also going to be making s'mores. We're going to talk about that heat energy, implementing some of our science techniques in there. And then each kid's going to get to create their little snow globe to leave with. We'll be making snow volcanoes as well. In the spring, we're going to be working on rainbows and planting, so we're going to read How to Trap a Leprechaun. Students will be using flashlights and color strips from the dividers to look at different colors and how you could combine colors. They're going to be doing the jumping rainbow and the Skittles experiment, as well as they're going to get a chance to plant their own plant to take home. We're going to have activities throughout the school like find the gold coin and win a book. And we'll have one of those for each season. So they will find the farm animals and they'll get a little farm pencil. For winter, it'll be find the snowman and you'll get a little winter book. So that, again, we're encouraging reading. We're getting books in the hands of our kids. So all the build-up, all the advertising will be, again, encouraging kids to read. And then for our last unit, we're looking at summer, which we're going to have a beach day. And so we're going to have beach balls where their kids are going to play Don't Let the Ball Touch the Ground. We're going to have a maker space where they have to figure out how to build their own sand castles. We're going to have sensory bins again for our younger students where they're going to be going through the bins looking for things. The students are going to get to make an aquarium using gel and little fish, as well as we're going to have the kids make paper boats and learn how to sail them. And we'll be reading some beach books within that. So lots of seasonal books, how to make a boat, and again, incorporating that fiction, nonfiction, and we'll have some water tables, some for water play as well. Then for this one, we'd like to also get some bounce houses for the kids to play outside. And we will be making bouncy balls for the kids, kind of like beach balls. So our budget for this whole program is $1,500. I have a more detailed budget on the next slide. And that budget is going to include decorations, crafts, specialist books, advertisement, and food. And the reason I'm saying $1,500, even though right now, if you look at the next page, the budget is not $1,500, is there's going to be unexpected costs that accrue, things that we just need to think of last minute expenses. So I'd like to over budget a little, and then if we have extra, great. And I really want to make this place come alive. I want the library to come alive as the location for the kids because I want them to experience it because they may never get to go to a farm or the beach, or they may never get to see snow. So, you can see here, this is our budget. Right now it's at $12,109. And when you click on that, you can see it's itemized down to every item, every store, where we're going to get it, what activity goes with it. They're going to have penguin racing. We have clothespins where they're going to make little snowballs. They're going to make sand snowflakes. And I have also included an idea board so you can see the different activities and ideas for our library. So we have our fall activities, like they're going to make the little tractor. I have the bulletin boards to draw the kids' attention. We're going to be working on the wind, how to make a snowstorm in a jar, some magnet rainbow activities, again, matching artiques, as well as encouraging the kids to read. And at each of these stations, there's going to be books that correspond to get the kids excited. And then here are the references supporting why we need this program in our school. I hope we can do it and we can meet more in depth to go over more details. But this program is going to be really helpful to our kids, and it's going to help us meet all of our marginalized groups, our kids who are disadvantaged who will not get to experience this otherwise, as well it's going to check off some of the things our school needs, such as our Title I nights, using volunteers, community involvement, and parent involvement. Thank you so much.